Hello there, and welcome aboard another episode of Rule the Waves 2 as Great Britain. The year is 1948, and it is time to modernize our fleet. In our last episode, we had a few minor design issues with the refits of Iron Duke and Inconsiderable, but those have since been straightened out with more powerful engines appropriately being installed. Major features of these, we are swapping over to much more powerful diesel engines to make up for the torpedo bulges we're throwing on there. And with the weight that we've saved, we're throwing on some SAM launchers as well. So these Inconsiderables should be some very effective fleet screening and advanced scouts. I am looking forward to what they can actually do. They don't really have any aircraft capability, but you know what? I'm not too worried about that. I think the Iron Dukes have that covered pretty well. Speaking of which, the Iron Dukes are also going to be getting a collection of SAMs, but they are retaining their aircraft capability. So they still have 2 catapults and 3 aircraft as well. Since, it doesn't take quite as much horsepower to get up to 27 knots as it does to do 30 knots on the same tonnage. It's actually a very significant difference, and that's why it's almost, actually, heck, it is 1.5 million per month more for the Inconsiderable class refit as it is for the Iron Dukes. Now, these are not exactly cheap, but it is still cheaper, quite a bit cheaper, in fact, than building a whole new ship from scratch, and also quite a bit faster as well. So, comparing that to the Humongulus, our new Juggernaut, and yeah, the new Humongulus is a big step up in capability with a SAM launcher and 20-inch guns, but it still clocks in at 27 knots, and I don't know. It is an effective boost in firepower, but is it worth the cost? Who knows? Certainly didn't work out well for the Americans with their juggernauts. Then again, with tensions cranking up with the Americans, we may be fighting them soon, given that they just finished up their new juggernauts, the North Carolina class. Looks like they learned from their encounter last time, and they've swapped over to a more guns rather than bigger guns approach. They're still rocking a nice heavy armor belt, so they should be every bit as tough as the previous class, but they're rocking 15 17-inch guns, so they should be throwing a much heavier broadside in terms of number of shells. I don't know. We'll see. I suspect that we'll be going to war with them in the next few episodes. Hopefully I'm able to finish my refits of the Iron Dukes and the I-boats first. And if I'm really lucky, we'll even get the Humongulus out as well. That said, it is looking like it is about time to order the next batch of Arbalists as well, and hopefully my financiers will forgive me for this, because, ouch, that is expensive. Then again, if they want nice things, they gotta figure out how to pay for it, and that is Congress's issue, or, sorry, Parliament's issue. Haha. We are British after all. Alright, next turn. Okay, here we go. Complaining about carrier displacements. I've got to figure out why it is doing that. 2 destroyers commissioned. Hooray. Getting hold of data for an Italian fighter. Yeah, they are definitely starting to step up in terms of firepower. I think we are hitting that curve of effectiveness where they really start to take off. Anything else? Oh wow, that is quite the technological research there. Italy has electro boot. That's kind of scary. Italy also has 6-inch autoloader? Maybe I should be spying on them a little more. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. A little more espionage, I think it's worth it. And then here we go, complaining again. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do some more investigation into this between episodes. Why it's complaining about illegal displacement. Aha! Commission 12 submarines! Take that, you scoundrels! Oh, Russia wants to buy 5-inch dual purpose, and I am fine with that. That is a fantastic price. Okay. Now that we've got those submarines complete. Ooh, reliability 100. Fantastic. I'm liking that. Let's see. Anything else? Nothing too special here. Let's take those destroyers that finished up and put them in reserves. There we go. Save every little penny we can. And next turn. Oh, 2 more destroyers. Nice. France wants technology. I'll take that. Diving shells. Huh. Chaff dispensers. Reduces missile hit chances on ships. Well, that's interesting. I don't think we have the ability to do missile attacks on ships. New German dive bomber, Ju-136, is entering service. It is faster than our fastest dive bomber. How dare they? We'll have to do something about that. And the Republic Seawolf as well. We are definitely going to have to do something about that and get us some new dive bombers. Ooh, new fighter is ready for operational service, and maneuverability exceeds expectations. I like hearing that. Let's see, how are things actually looking in the aircraft front here? So we currently have a flying boat request in progress, because that is a very, very old looking flying boat there. Hopefully this new one will actually get a torpedo payload. But after that, where should we go here? Alright, obviously with the new fighter. Yeah, that is a very nice looking fighter. It is time to obsolete the old one. So, fare thee well, Gloucester Gladiator. You have done a good job. But the Fulmar is taking it from here. Let's see, anything else we can do? 4 more turns for the flying boat. Not too terribly worried about that. Our next major product, I don't know, do we need a new dive bomber or should we go for a new torpedo bomber? Well, the torpedo bomber is newer. So I think we will go for the new dive bomber. And see what kind of capability that has. If we can squeeze a much bigger bomb on there, that should improve our chances of doing significant damage to the enemy. Because as we saw last time we actually hit something with our dive bombers, the 500-pound medium payload failed to penetrate their decks and didn't do anything useful. So that is a bit of a problem. Oh, hang on, we got some obsolete cruisers. That's not so good. Alright, I guess we're going to have to modernize these. Intrepid class. Let's see what we can do with this. Okay. Well, they obviously will benefit from fire control upgrades. Is a autoloader upgrade possible? Ooh, not with that weight. Nope, can't throw autoloaders on this. That is unfortunate. But we do have 4-inch secondaries. Can those benefit from autoloaders? Nope. Can't do that either. I think we are stuck with fire control upgrades, and that'll be it. Hopefully this boat will be fine. Alright, that's one, and we are just shy on our foreign station requirements. That could be a bit of a problem. I guess I won't be able to do these as a batch. Let's see, do we have anyone else available to take up the... No. No Comus is available. They're all already deployed. Who else do we have here? I suppose I could send out one of these fellows. I don't particularly want to, but if that's what we gotta do, then that's what we have to do. Actually, hang on. 2,000 tons. Is that something we can cover with corvettes? I wonder if we can just throw a couple of destroyers at it. So if we just grab these two things, we plop those down on foreign stations. Sweet. We're gonna move these in particular so I can control them and remember where they are. We're gonna move those to the Caribbean. And once they get there, I'm gonna active fleet them and hopefully we're good. Okay. Another turn. Another round of clicking. The Prime Minister wants to improve relations with the USA? Well, I could gain some prestige and maintain tensions relatively high. Or I could drive the tensions down. I don't know. This is a tough one. We certainly have not gotten anywhere near close enough to complete the modernizations, so I don't want tensions too high. Then again, higher tensions does mean higher naval budgets. We'll buy some time. So we'll lower tensions there. And of course they immediately raise their naval budgets. Those villains. Well, it did go down, so that's worth something. Okay, now that these fellows are in the Caribbean, I think we can active fleet them. Yeah, there we go. That way they don't go wandering off. They'll stay where I can control them and call them back quickly as new ships become available. Okay, how are things looking here? It is time to order another batch of arbalists. 3 more arbalists. And off they go. Let's see. We got 8 more turns on the refits. Russia wants to buy stuff. That's not the best price, but every little bit counts. We'll take it. Italy has invented convoy system, and France has finally figured out the preheater for torpedo technology. That's embarrassing. And another round of clicking. Yay, clicking simulator. Oh, only 1 destroyer this time. A new liberal government wants to reduce arms expenditure. Ooh, that is probably not a good plan. We cannot afford to have budget cuts in the middle of these refits. So I object. This will spell doom for our proud nation. Doom, I tell you! We will be at the mercy of other nations that are better prepared, like the Americans. Ooh, unexpected advances in radar electronics. What do we got? Proximity fuses for 5 and 6 inch AA. Well, not that this helps because I don't have 6 inch AA, but proximity fuses for 5 inch shells. Wow, that is significant. Ooh, new medium bomber ready for operational service. Excellent. Let's see, how long do we have until? Yep, one more turn until we get our flying boats. Good. And I bet I've got some more. There we go. Let's get these fellows back on reserve. There we go. They will have to deal with that. Wow, all of these destroyers have been re-equipped with new fire control. Neat. Let's see, how we're doing on the rest of the fleet up here. Looks like all of our cruisers, well, almost all of our cruisers have been re-equipped. And they're working their way through the capital ships as well. Excellent! Okay, next turn. 2 destroyers commissioned. Intrepid has finished reconstruction. Unexpected advances in lighter than air? Huh. Didn't know we were doing anything in lighter than air technology. I thought we'd already burned that section out. New flying boat prototypes. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, so 1943 versus 1949. Well, we definitely have some significant improvements in range and speed. Okay. Wow, huge firepower boost. And a decent step up in terms of bomb payload. Good, good, good. So they did follow through on that. They still haven't figured out how to put a torpedo on there yet, so I'm a little sad about that. But let's see. So, longest range seems to go to this Hawker prototype. Weapon payloads are identical, so that doesn't really matter. Toughness, looks like these two are tied. The Westland is the best in toughness. Range. I don't know. Which one should I go for? Interesting how the range and speed are identical for the two fastest ones. And then you go just a hair slower and the range steps up quite a bit. Honestly, I think I'm going to go for the Hawker one here. It gives me the longest range for the, and the second highest speed, actually. That's not a huge difference. So I think that is probably a better all-around flying boat, giving us the most bang for our buck. It doesn't really have any maneuverability, so it is vulnerable to interceptors. But look at that firepower. They're going to have a hard time taking that down. Especially with that toughness, too. Alright, so yeah, I think we're going to go with the Hawker here. Best bang for our buck. Ooh, and air units praise the reliability of the Bristol Botha. Ooh, let's take a look. And that Botha was our torpedo bomber. Good to know that it has reliability. I wish it had a medium torpedo, not a heavy payload torpedo. But not a whole lot I can do about that. Next up, we need a dive bomber. Okay, so request, roll, dive bomber. What should we set for priorities? Well, the dive bombers already have a much higher speed than the torpedo bomber, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's go for... bomb load, range. Should I do bomb load the range or range then bomb load? You know, I think I'm gonna do... yeah, we're gonna stick with the bomb load then range. Hopefully that's good enough. Okay, that is set. Orders are out. Construction is underway. Yeah, not a whole lot else here. Oh boy, some of these other ships are starting to go obsolete as well. That's really going to be annoying. Oh, what can we do for that? Well, at least they're not hugely important ships. They're just foreign station cruisers. Actually, hang on. One of these just finished. I forgot to pay attention to that. That was one of our Intrepids. Okay, well, in that case, let's send that back on foreign station. And I think we'll just grab the next one. There we go. And then, in the interest of expediting this, let's see, hang on, I totally lost my place. Here we go. Okay. In the interest of expediting this, we have 4 of these Intrepids that need to get covered. So I think we're going to take 4 of these other cruisers, and we're going to send those out to fill in the gaps. We'll take these remaining Intrepids and call them back in for rebuilds. There we go. Okay, next turn. Italy is spending more money. Yep, looks like everyone at this point has electro-optical director. Okay, and it is time to order another batch of destroyers. Oh man, that is really adding up. But I have to do it. Next turn. A few more rounds of clicking. Oh, America's laying down new carriers. Oh my. America's tension is low enough that it's not even yellow anymore. Germany seems to be overtaking them. Huh. Anything interesting in here? Plenty of battlecruiser construction. In fact, some of that stuff is very heavy. Let's see. Germany has... Darmstadt. I wonder what those have. Those are some pretty hefty battlecruisers, that's for sure. 67,000 tons. Wow. Alright, and then America, we've already seen their Congress class, which are some pretty nice, essentially Iowas. I will bet that these German class, the Darmstadt, are going to be similar to those American ones. So, yeah. And then we have the Karishima. I don't know, they might be similar to the Karishima class. But these look like they've been expanded rather than scaled down a little bit. Who knows? Only one way to find out, and that's to actually get into a war. 3 destroyers commissioned. France is laying down more carriers. Let's double check our Arbalist class. Reserve fleet those. Oh, hang on, we got some more obsolete ships here. Dependence class corvettes. And looks like our Swan Rivers are obsolete as well. Okay. These ones should be real simple. Just a quick paint and patch and tightening up the seams. So we're just send them in and call it good. Same thing. Hang on. We're going to do the same thing with the other ships here, the Swan River class. Oh, hang on. Gotta make a design for it first. Okay, other stuff I wanted to check in on was... Okay, looks like everyone has just about given up on submarine construction, which is good. And there's still a significant number of subs out there, but they're not really building anything new. So I think my ASW capabilities should be able to handle that. Mostly. Let's see. I want... What would it take to build some new ASW corvettes? Well, they're not exactly expensive. 168 per. Yeah, I could build a batch of these. And that is some very good ASW capability right there. 10? Yeah, that's definitely useful. Alright, I think we're actually going to build some of these. And I am fine with those reports. So we'll start developing that. Should also take a look at the minesweepers, because we've had a fair number of ships lost to mines as well. So let's see, where did those go? Oh, that's destroyers. Oh, hang on, I sent all the minesweepers in for rebuilds. Alright, let's see. Swan River class. Oh, those are all... Actually, heck, those are more expensive. Why are those more expensive? They have less stuff. I am so confused. Wow. Not much point in changing the speed, because that had essentially no change on the cost there. Alright, well, let's start developing those too. And we're going to hold off on new arbalist construction while we build more ASW and minesweeping capability. More complaints of displacement issues. 4 cruises, finished reconstruction. Fantastic. Ooh, Germany is stealing technology. How dare they? We must send a diplomatic note and show them who's boss. They won't get away with that. Ooh, a new model of the Avro Atlas B. Let's see what we got. Okay. Well, it's not a huge step up, but it's a little bit faster, a little bit longer ranged. A little bit more firepower as well. You know what? Sure, we'll take it. It's pretty good. Okay, latest Corvette Memling is ready. Okay. Let's build at least 6. And the Hearst, we're going to do the same thing. Laying down at least 6. I think we're going to have to do several batches of these in order to properly flesh out the fleet, so we don't have a repeat of the panic construction last war. Okay. Next turn. Another round of clicking. Ooh, Iron Duke has finished reconstruction. Inconsiderable finished construction. Good. Anything else interesting in here? Yep, scrapping old ships. Rebuilding ships. USA has commissioned the carrier Hawaii. Japan has commissioned the Amagi. Nice. Let's take a look at that. Ah, it's another one of the Kirishima class. Okay. Not a bad design. I still think that we could totally take it. Our ships are every bit a match for theirs. And I think our advantages in radar are going to be significant there. Yep, there is indeed still technology to be got in fire control. I think there's 2 or 3 more tiers of research there. So definitely want to keep pushing that. I'm really looking forward to the next development in missile technology. That's when you get your surface-to-surface missiles, and those are significant. Get some of those heavy SSMs, and those are super light too. They're essentially a torpedo launcher that you can mount, and they're super duper light. So it's something like 20-25 tons per launcher. And while it's true they don't reload, you can stack like 8 or 10 per broadside onto something really small, like a 1,500-ton destroyer. So yeah, those things are really crazy in terms of what they're actually capable of. Okay, so we are covered on this. Construction is going well. We finished our... Oh hey, we finished our capital ship construction. Time to send the next batch in. Alright, Inconsiderable. You are getting rebuilt. And we're going with the 1948A model. Alrighty, off you go. And then, oh, it wasn't the Juggernauts, it was the Iron Dukes. Okay, and I don't think... Actually, hang on. What construction time do we have left? 8 more turns on the Humongulus. Can we afford that? Let's see. Pretty sure. Let's see, so we're going to send the Collingwood in. Grab another of the 1948A models. Let's see... So it's currently at 5 million, or almost 6 million. I suppose we could push the third one into refit now, but that'd drive us pretty well under the table as far as reserve finances go, which is not a good plan with... Ooh, uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Rising prosperity leads to increasing costs for maintaining ships? Huh. You villains, how dare you expect better quality of life and better conditions on my ships? Destroyer Nepean commissioned, nice. 14 corvettes, good. Ooh, plans for an American carrier. What do we got? FDR, 31 knots. 23,000 tons, 48 aircraft. Not bad, not bad. Let's see, anything else? U.S. Navy is emphasizing their gunnery training. I'm actually really disappointed. We haven't gotten any technology steals from any of these other nations recently. We've been getting plans, and that's about it. Wish I could tell my spies to focus on stealing technology. Oh, hang on, I forgot to reserve fleet these. There we go. Okay, and as we scroll down this way, we had cruisers that were on active fleet. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that need to be rebuilt. Okay, so plunk these fellows down on foreign station. And I guess we'll do 5 here. Oh, hang on. We're going to have to do them in batches. Alright, Hermione. Anything that we can do here? Well, we've got the weight, I think, for an electro-optical. Yep, there we go. I don't think we have much for anything else. Because we can't really afford to do auto-loaders on the secondaries or the mains. Oh well. Alright, well we'll call that good. And send them in for rebuilds. That was those. Then we have the Flora class. And these ones also, electro-optical. And, well, that took up all their weight. So, I guess we'll have to call it there. Man, this is doing terrible things for my budget. And the worst part is it's also time that I should be ordering more corvettes, but I can't really afford it. 2 more destroyers commissioned. Ooh, Italy wants to pay us for technology. Sounds good to me. Improved carrier design. Ooh. Maybe that will finally shut them up about the size of my carriers. Okay, quick review of destroyer stuff. Okay, these fellows can go into reserves. There we go. And next turn. Ooh, thermomechanically treated armor materials. That's some fancy stuff. Ooh, improved autoloader. Well, that's nice. Wonder if I have to pull these ships in for refit to apply that or not. Ooh, France is seriously spending money right now. Huh. And our tension with Germany has gone up. Here, I thought we were going to go to war against the US. Whoops. Quick review here. Nothing too much here. Hang on. Well, these fellows should be on mothballs. Same thing with these. Okay, next turn. Uh-oh, political murder. Political murder in the Balkans. Let's see. Well, that would certainly get us a lot closer to war. Seek a diplomatic solution. Well, that's good for our budget. Or we could just drive stuff up. Well, I think we're going to try and seek a diplomatic solution. Hopefully that will not kick off a war too early. Unexpected advances radar electronics again? Oh, come on. We only just got a new radar. And now I have to re-equip everyone. Still, search radar 4, fire control radar 4. Nice. And new dive bomber prototypes. Alrighty, what do we got here? Ooh. That is a nice step up on heavy bomb load. Range is not significantly improved, though. Alright, let's see what we got. So, I think based on range alone, we're going to disregard the shorter ranged ones. So, Bristol and Vickers, you're out of the lineup. So, we're going to be looking at the Bolton Paul and the Gloucester. The Bolton Paul is by far the longest range at 180 heavy range, and that's the one that particularly matters. Cruising speed is the lowest, though. That said, sure, it's slow, but it's still faster than our torpedo bombers. So, I don't know. Do we go for the faster one with the slightly shorter range? It's only slightly longer range than what we currently have. No, I think our next round is going to be torpedo bombers, and that is going to step things up. So, we need the longer range dive bomber as well. Despite the speed performance, hopefully having escorts along will cover for that. Ooh, Vickers Company has developed a private venture medium bomber. What do we got? What do we got? Oh my goodness! There we go. That's the thing we need right here. Medium torpedo payload. I do not care about any of this other stuff. Despite the fact that it is faster and has comparable range and better overall stats in every category, it's got a medium torpedo bomb. That's what we need. Right there. That is a huge development. Every single other medium bomber is obsolete. Instantaneously. Okay, so we've got the new Bolton Paul Bisley. That is very nice. This new Vickers Horsley should also be an excellent addition to our squadrons. And I think I'm actually going to... No, we're going to keep the Bolingbroke up for now because it is an improvement over the previous design. But, let's see. We also need to put in a new aircraft request. Next one on the list for... because we just got a new medium bomber too. So next one on the list is going to be torpedo bomber. So we'll grab that right there. And I think we're going to stick with this payload priority, bomb load and range. With medium bombers getting that torpedo payload, it's starting to get about time for the torpedo bombers to step it up to medium range too. So, yeah, we're going to emphasize bomb load and range, and hopefully that gives us a medium payload torpedo, not heavy. Also, with the flying boat finishing up, I think we can safely obsolete the Nimrod and keep our list of planes to a reasonable length. Okay. And something significant has changed on my budget, and I don't know what. Because we are almost back in the black. And I don't know what to do with myself. So first of all, we're going to reserve fleet all of these. What on earth happened? Is it something in our messages? France is spending more money. Torpedo bombers re-equipping. That's nice. Ooh, the Vickers Fulmar seems to have good reliability. Excellent. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, fighter. Good reliability. That is excellent news. Should have fewer planes out of commission at the beginning of a fight, so we can ready full wings at the beginning of a battle and not halfway through when they've already taken losses. 4 months on the Humongulus. I think at this point it is safe to throw the last Iron Duke in for refit. So we're going to throw that in for 1948A refit. And yeah, there we go. Still complaining. My God, what is going on with this? I have the biggest carrier technologies available. I should be able to design like 100,000-ton super carriers, but it's still complaining. Destroyer Opal commissioned, hooray! 5 cruisers finished reconstruction, neat. The steel industry wants a stronger navy, oh that's always good. I like that plan. Scientists are currently baffled by large diesel engines. Didn't we already have large diesel engines? I'm pretty sure we just installed those in some of our capital ships. Oh no, Hawker Hampton can carry less bomb load. Oh darn. It's not like I actually need it now that I have torpedo payload medium bombers. Still, that is disappointing. Hopefully it's at least a reliable plane. Actually, hang on. How long do we have on the request? 8 more turns? Yick. And again, our budget is going up. I have no idea what's going on with this. But with that money, let's see, what can we spend that money on that's useful? Our cruisers are pretty well covered. I mean, one could always use more cruisers, but they're not exactly cheap. Let's see, how many arbalists do we have? So we currently have 5 under construction, with another 43. 43 arbalists. That's a lot of destroyers there. And we are still pushing the radar technology up on most of our ships. Well, I'm glad to see good technology on some of our carriers. That's fantastic news, but I'll bet the rest of them could use some of that as well. Alright, let's rebuild this flora. Huh. Well, if that's okay, then I suppose we're just going to have to start calling these other ships back. Active. Active. At least they haven't gotten very far, mostly. West Africa and the Med are within easy reach. West Coast, not quite so much. So let's move this fellow back to, I don't know, Caribbean. Seems good. And then these other ones that just finished. The Hermiones and Floras. I think I'm going to put those in mothballs for now. We'll worry about detaching them for foreign station duties once war breaks out and I need the Proserpines and Conquests again for active service. That is the plan there. And what should I spend this budget on? I think I'm going to order another 2 batches of corvettes. So we're going to order 6 more Memlings and 6 more Hearsts. There we go. Continue fleshing out our escort and anti-submarine and minesweeping capabilities because we have been running low, especially on the minesweepers. Our Derwents have taken distressing losses, and the dedicated minesweeping corvettes, the Swan Rivers, and the Dependences have been sorely reduced. That is very, very not good. So especially getting more minesweepers is going to be significant. Yeah, I get it. Something isn't happy. I don't care. There we go. 2 destroyers commissioned. Good. Italy wants improved air search radar. You know what? Sure, why not? They're not a big threat to me. France is spending more money. Ooh, re-equipping carriers, getting more technology for other nations. Actually, hang on. Let's see. I needed to look at air bases. Plymouth and Harwich. Those are in the UK. Let's expand those. And let's see what else needs it. Man, I need to use this coastal fortifications tab a lot more often. That is very, very helpful. Okay, Way Highway has the full size. That's good. St. John, Halifax are covered. Good. Kingston, Nassau, San Juan, Port de Paix, Saipan, Malacca are pretty good. Hamilton. Oh, in Bermuda. Okay, yep, that makes sense. Anything else? Kingston, Nassau. One of those two probably needs to get expanded. Nassau is the one. And then if we're gonna have... Oh, hang on. I am very embarrassed because I have been missing out on some very significant stuff. We need to build an air base on... Hang on. So build air base... Oh, hang on. Air base in the Baltic states. Yeah, Baltic states. And then specifically, I think we want Libau. And we're probably also going to do Riga. And then, while we're at it, probably having some aircraft out of Stavanger would be another good idea. Airbase out of Narvik, Bergen, Trondheim. Okay, so Stavanger looks to be the southernmost one, closest to Germany. That seems like a pretty good spot. Trondheim further away, Bergen further away. Where on earth is Narvik? I have no idea where Narvik is. Oh, there we go. Way the heck to the north. Yep, not worried about that. We're going to put an airbase out of Stavanger. Okay. Those are significant because that gives us air coverage in near home waters for Germany, which means we can more confidently deploy ships to those areas. And this gives us air support from the north as well as from the west. And I can actually maybe start venturing into the Baltic itself. Not that I actually intend to seriously consider that, but, you know, it's now an option. At least once we get those air bases up. Okay, next turn. One more round of complaints. Yeah, I definitely have to fix that. Figure out why it's complaining and shut it up. Wow, our top spies are stealing all of the Italian warship plans and none of the technology that they have that I want. Thank you for these plans. These are some very nice looking carriers. How on earth did they fit that much stuff onto a 23,000 ton hull? They're getting 55 aircraft onto such a small thing. And we're already getting an improved model of the Fulmar fighter. Okay, what do they do? Better firepower, better toughness, and slightly better speed and range. Nice. Alright, I'll take it. Still a decent step up. And we want to keep encouraging that growth. Okay, so anything else that we can really do here? Not particularly. And I suppose maybe these other I-boats could use refits as well, if war does not come too soon. But I suspect that war is going to be coming very soon, and that's not too good. We may or may not have enough time to actually refit those. We may or may not have the budget to actually refit these two boats. That said, they are very suitable for overseas deployments, whereas the Inconsiderable, with its improved SAM performance, is more likely to stick with the main fleet. Oh my, look at the time. I think we're going to have to call this to a close. Well, we're going to see what happens with these high tensions against quite a few nations. I suspect next episode we're going to have a war on our hands. Hopefully we're able to get these other battleships out in time. And we'll figure things out. Until next time, this is Katori87 signing out.